My name is Jenny and I am a librarian at the Indian Trails Public Library. My colleague Christy is also joining me, who is our high school librarian. And then there's also a colleague from IT, Mike, who is here in case anyone experiences any technical difficulties. Feel free to reach out to Mike at any time. And just so you're aware, we are recording this evening's program and it will be available on the library's YouTube site for about 2 weeks, and it should be going up sometime tomorrow. So for tonight's program, Community Resources on Higher Education, we will hear from staff from Harper College, National Louis University, and District 214's Adult Education Program. Each presenter will speak for about 10 to 15 minutes about their available services and programs, and then we will have time to answer questions after that. At any time, you are welcome to put in questions via the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. Some presenters may answer your questions as they are speaking or after their portion is done, or they may wait until the very end, but we do promise that everyone's questions will be answered. You will also notice in just a moment that you'll get a chat message on your screen. My colleague Mike is sending a link to a Google Drive folder that has all the presentation materials from tonight's program. That includes the slides that the presenters will be using, as well as some handouts from certain organizations. And with that, I would like to turn the program over to our presenters. Our first presenter is Sol Garcia from Harper College.
Hello. I'll share my screen. Okay, my name is Sol Garcia, Adult Engagement Admission Specialist at Harper College, and I will share a little bit about my role. I help students enroll into Harper College by going over the programs and certificate and services we offered, and then I help them with their enrollment steps. Tonight, I will be discussing how Harper College has transitioned to remote and online learning, the degrees and certificate programs offered, concurrent enrollment for high school students, scholarships and financial aid opportunities, and virtual information sessions during the pandemic, and remote resources for students. Harper College transitioned to remote learning in mid-March when the pandemic hit. At that time, many Harper students could not remote that rapidly because it was so quickly, and Harper College did issue many Chromebooks for the students to complete their semester. Our classes this past summer were offered fully online, and our courses this coming fall will be offered in 3 formats. We will have online with scheduled chat, meaning faculty and students will be meeting online as a class to complete the course virtually. And then we will have our blended format. Those classes will be offered online and in person to complete the labs or clinical component. Those classes will have no more than 10 students. All of our placement exams are being done through our ProctorU platform for incoming students. And then our English as a second language program, all of their placement exam is also being done online. Our NLN, which is our National League of Nursing pre-entrance exam for our limited health programs is also being done online. And our Educational Foundation did an excellent job this past spring meeting the needs of the students during the pandemic. Many of our students were furloughed and lost their jobs, and they couldn't financially move forward because they were suffering financially. As a result, our emergency fund was developed, and there was about $264,000 that was raised, and 575 students were serviced during this time. Harper College is offering all of its programs during the pandemic. We are offering 7 associate's degrees, 5 of which are designed for students to transition to a four-year school. And we now have our new Associates in Arts Online, which is 100% transferable. The program can be completed in 18 to 24 months. The cost of the books are $40 or less per class. And then the classes are offered every 8 weeks. We have our Associates in Applied Science degrees, which are career focused. Students will be completing their core classes, and once they complete their degree, they will be able to work in that area of study. Then we have our Associates in General Studies, which is our flexible option for those students that can benefit from having a degree but do not intend on transferring to a four-year school. Harper College offers over 90 certificates that are career and industry specific. Students will take classes that will prepare them for their license exams, for instance, our technology or our health program certificates, and many of these certificates can be stacked and turned into degrees. We have our student at large area, which are students that are not pursuing a specific certificate or degree. Students can benefit from one or several courses, and then these courses will help them gain new skills, or if they are a career changer. We have our concurrent enrollment for our high school students. These classes are offered summer, spring, and fall, and it is intended for students that are at least 16 years or older. Many students will benefit from this program because they can get familiar with college work and what is expected before they transition. They can take advantage of the affordable Harper tuition and get a jump start to their college education. This past summer, our concurrent enrollment grew by 71% as many parents wanted to keep their children busy because of the shutdown. Then we have our fast track program, which is intended for working adults. This program will be also offered online this fall, and it is for individuals that are looking to update their skills or continue their education because they're looking for that promotion. The program is offered in limited size. It's about 15 to 20 students per class, which allows for one-on-one interaction with faculty. It's offered in cohort format, and the classes are offered every 5 to 8 weeks. All of the classes are pre-selected, so students know exactly what they are taking. We have 4 certificates that can be completed in 1 year, and then we have our Associates in Applied Science Business Administration degree with specialization in business management and human resource management. That program can be completed in 3 years. We have our apprenticeship program, which is it's based on employer needs. Students in this program will compose a resume, then they will interview with employers to see who will hire them as an apprentice, and then they will get all of their education at Harper paid for in addition to their books, and they will get an hourly wage. Students don't necessarily have to be in district to take part of the apprenticeship. You can be out of district. And then we have 10 Associates in Applied Science degrees that can be completed in about 2 or 3 years. The best thing is that once they complete their program, they don't have to pay any loans back. And many of the students that complete the program, they're hired by the company that brought them on as an apprentice. We have our English as a Second Language program, and we have the ELP program, which is a flexible option. Students can take 1 or 2 classes depending on what they want to do. And then we have our Intensive English program. Students will be taking classes 5 days a week. It's about 18 hours of classroom instruction. And in both programs, once students complete reading and writing level 5, they can transition to college level English and start earning a certificate or degree. We have our adult education program, which is free for those students that qualify. It prepares them for the job market. They can enroll in high school equivalency program, which is also the GED program. And then we have 10 levels of basic English. In both programs, students can bridge over into a career program in certified nursing assistant, community health worker, supply chain management, office assistant, HVAC, and refrigeration and welding will be coming soon. Now, many of you are wondering, well, how am I going to pay for my education? There's a lot of options. We encourage everyone to apply for financial aid. There's institutional, donor, private scholarships. There's military benefits for veterans. And then we have our women's program, which is designed for single parents or students that are in domestic violence situations. There's civic, faith, and community organizations that offer scholarships. And then there's employer reimbursement program. Our tuition is very affordable. It's about $133 per credit for in-district, and the out-of-district is about $390. We have our Business Advantage program, which is for those students that live out of the Harper district but work in district. They would simply submit a paycheck slip to us with their employer's information to get the in-district rate. And then we have our joint agreement and chargeback agreement, which is designed for those students that want to study at Harper College because their program is not offered in their local community college. In this instance, they would just talk to the registrar's office from their local community college, get paperwork for the joint agreement, and then provide that to us to get the in-district rates. And I wanted to kind of show you what our main page has done to meet the needs of the students and the pandemic for remote learning. On our main page, all of it has been redesigned to have these remote learning resources so students can access them relatively quickly. For instance, there's free basic internet services that are being offered to the students. Then a lot of our student involvement activities are being done virtually, so that way student clubs and organizations can feel as the community of Harper, so everyone's involved all the time. Then we have all of our student support services are being offered online and remotely. Our academic advising and counseling is being offered online or through phone meetings. Our tutoring and writing and ESL services are having online appointments. And then our success services are offering 60-minute appointments to help those students with study skills, to help them, give them tips about testing skills. So we're offering all of our services to our students at this time. And then we have virtual information sessions going on this summer. We have many. We have our health careers, our fast track program, our apprenticeship, our associates in arts online, our AED programs. So I do encourage you, if you're interested, to please visit our website and sign up for one of those. We have a lot of options. And then if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer those later on during the discussion. Thank you for your time.
Ms. Zoll, thank you very much for giving us that current information about what Harper College is able to offer during this unprecedented time. And we will now be hearing from staff from National Louis University. With us this evening are Pauline DeGrazia and Dawn Brown.
Thanks so much, Jenny. Thanks so much for having us here. I am going to go ahead and share my screen and get started with the presentation. Okay, very good. So as Jenny mentioned, my name is Pauline DeGrazia and I'm from National Louis University's Wheeling campus. I oversee the recruiting of our daytime traditional first-time freshman undergraduate students to the NLU Wheeling campus. So we're excited to be able to be here today with you and share some of the opportunities that are available to our Wheeling area community members. So National Louis University, just a little bit about us. You'd be amazed at how many people are live in and amongst the Wheeling area and don't realize that we actually have a campus right here in Wheeling, located at Wolf and Palatine Road. We were founded in 1886 as a school for kindergarten teachers, and we've grown over the years. We are a private nonprofit 4-year university. We have 3 locations in the Chicagoland area and actually a location in Florida as well. There you will see the colleges that comprise National Louis University. And today I represent the undergraduate college at NLU and want to tell you a little bit more about what we have to offer for students. National Louis also went to fully remote learning in mid-March. Our summer courses are also being taught fully online, a fully remote environment. But one of the really great things is that National Louis has always been offering our courses in a variety of formats, including blended or hybrid, which is a combination of online and on campus. So we were able to transition quite smoothly over to a fully online sort of a delivery of classes. We also have an emergency fund for our students on an ongoing basis, and when COVID hit, many of our students were in a situation where they needed that extra funding, and fortunately we were able to quickly be able to disperse funds to students who were in need. Some of the points of pride of National Louis University, we have the most Golden Apple winners of any National College of Education in Illinois. We're also a Hispanic serving institution. We comprise 44% of our students identify as students of color. And one thing that I think is really exciting is that we were recently ranked by our alumni saying that we make the world a better place. This is a listing of our various undergraduate degree programs. And I'm now going to get into a little bit about what is it like to be a student at National Louis University. We believe that our programs are very much professionally focused. We blend in career readiness classes throughout the whole 4-year experience at National Louis University. Our schedule for students is consistent and dependable so that students are able to balance all of the responsibilities that they have in their lives with going to school. Every student has a student success coach when they come to National Louis, and they will have a coach all 4 years, a student success coach as well as a career coach to help them get through NLU and get on their way to that job that they want to have after they graduate from NLU. NLU is also very accessible, being right here in the Wheeling area and very welcoming of all students who want that opportunity to go to college, and also very affordable, as I'll explain. This is an example of what our daytime program offers to students. In terms of the schedule, students are required to be on campus 2 days a week from 9 until 4 p.m. And then the other days of week, they are not required to be on campus. This fall may look a little different. Not every class is going to be able to be on campus due to the restrictions of CDC guidelines, but we are doing everything we can to ensure that students who want that on-campus experience in some way, whether it's a meeting with a study table, a group of friends to study, that's still going to be able to happen for students, but also with this blended format of being able to be safe at home and do your course and your homework from home. But that is what a schedule would look like for students, and having a dependable schedule helps our students to really balance work and other family obligations that they might have. So what does a student success coach do for yourself when you're a student at NLU? They're there to support you throughout your whole 4 years at NLU, every step of the way. They check in with you on a regular basis. You're required to meet with your student success coach. Your coach actually registers you for courses so that you are not scrambling to try and figure out which section is open, how do I get into these classes, what classes do I need. Students have their 4 years really laid out for them at National Louis so that they're not taking any courses that they don't need, and that they're not incurring costs of taking courses that don't actually go towards their degree and help them to graduation. A little bit about student life at National Louis. We have an Office of Student Experience who's dedicated to our students, to getting them involved on campus. In addition to the many student clubs, there's also leadership clubs and organizations to help students get involved and get connected with each other on campus, as well as the community. Some of the opportunities that we have for students financially, we have, as I mentioned, welcome students of every background on every walk of life, and that includes students who may not be citizens of the United States and are not eligible for federal financial aid. We have scholarships, National Louis scholarships for students who are in that circumstance, and then also a partnership with an organization called the Dream US, which does, and as a national scholarship, they partner with National Louis, and students who earn that scholarship are actually covered in full. Their tuition is covered in full to come to National Louis. We're excited to see every year more and more students getting that scholarship and coming to a National Louis. At National Louis, we have one of the most affordable bachelor degree programs in Illinois. This is our full tuition for the year, $10,260. So if you are someone who has done any research in as far as other four-year private universities, you'll know that that's a very affordable tuition rate. And students who are eligible for grants through FAFSA, through the Federal Pell Grant and Illinois MAP Grant programs, are finding that they are actually coming to National Louis with no out-of-pocket costs. So it's a really amazing opportunity for students to get their bachelor's degree at a very affordable price. And NLU is really committed to helping our students get through college with little to no debt. This is a little bit about the admissions process for those who are interested in National Louis. We have no application fee. We do require a high school GPA of a 2.0, although our average is around 2.7. And we are test optional. There's no ACT or SAT score. There are many universities that are making that decision now to go test optional, and National Louis has actually always been test optional as part of our commitment to really making a higher education accessible to students. So next, I'd like to turn it over to my colleague, Dawn, who's going to talk a little bit more about the opportunity to start at National Louis if you already have some college credit or perhaps even your full associate's degree.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Dawn Barretto Brown. I'm going to share my screen. So give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm an outreach specialist at National Louis University, and I work with transfer students, community college transfer students, or students who may have attended other institutions and have acquired college credit and are now looking to transfer to a school. And I'm glad to say we do have a great relationship with Harper and Oakton, some of the local community colleges in the area. And this is a listing of some of the undergraduate degrees that you can transfer your associate degree credit into, or other college credit. Our most popular are our degree completion programs, and you'll notice in orange it says degree completion. Our Bachelor of Science in Management is an accelerated 18-month program. It is designed for a working adult. It's held in the evening. Students meet one evening a week for 4 hours a week, so it's much like the fast track program at Harper College. And it is designed to get students that degree as quickly as possible. We also will accept up to 80 semester hours of transfer credit, so we're very generous in that way. The Healthcare Leadership Program is a business degree designed for students who want to concentrate in the healthcare industry. This also operates the same way. They meet one evening a week. I do know in the fall that will probably be remotely, whether it be through Zoom or completely online. I think it's going to be a combination of the two in every other week format, but it does allow students to complete that degree in 18 months. And then for social and behavioral sciences, we offer a Bachelor of Arts in Applied Behavioral Sciences. That's more of a psychology, sociology-based program. It's a great degree for those who want to go on for master's programs. Perhaps you're looking into counseling. and that is a 15-month program. All three of these programs will accept up to 80 semester hours of transfer credit. And in fact, many of the undergraduate degree programs you see listed here do accept up to 80 semester hours of credit. Now, I know from working with transfer students, I mainly get three questions. And the first one is, how much is this going to cost for me to earn my bachelor's degree? How many credits will you accept? And then how long is it going to take me? So I really try to answer those three questions. So again, we will accept up to 80 semester hours of transfer credit into most of our undergraduate programs. And there are other ways to earn college credit as well. So we have prior learning assessment, where mostly for adults who have extensive work backgrounds, or perhaps they have professional or, licenses or certifications, they can use that to earn college credit. They can also write for college credit based on their life and work experience. So it gives students a great opportunity to earn additional credit. We also accept CLEP credit when it comes to elective classes. So I know I'm always telling students to please, if you know a language fluently, to please use CLEP and gain that college credit. It's affordable, and it's such a quick way to earn the credit that you need to move forward. And for the prior learning assessment, it is a it's invaluable. It's really, I would hope for, if there's any adult students listening, I would hope they get in contact with us so they can learn a little bit more about it. It's a great way to continue on with your education. I'm always asked, will my current credits transfer to National Louis University? So we actually have a lot of transfer agreements with the community colleges, with Oakton, with Harper, and you're able to, what I like to do is an unofficial transcript evaluation for students, so I can take a look at what you've taken at the community college or any other institution, what's going to come into our program. And if there's anything left for you to take at the community college, we let you know what it is so that you can continue on with your studies. And it's very helpful for you, the student, because you know that everything you're taking is going to transfer over to National Louis. So again, we do have a lot of transfer guides with community colleges, and I ask that if you just reach out, we'd be glad to share that information with you. And then also, we do work with many of the advisors at Harper College that are aware of our transfer guides as well, so they can assist you also. And the admissions process for transfer students, I always tell students it's never too early to reach out to someone who works with community college students. It could be your first year. And if you're interested in a program, let us give you the transfer guide. So we're saving you time and money by taking a look at all the coursework. You know everything that you need to take to transfer into any program. And I tell all students to really be active and really start working with, you know, some of the schools you have an interest in perhaps transferring to, so you can gather this information sooner rather than later. So tuition and scholarships at National Louis University. For transfer students, it's for 14 to 18 credit hours, it's $6,000 per quarter, or $430 per credit hour. Now, we do offer scholarship opportunities for the transfer student. We have the Baker Scholarship, which is designed for students with at least a 3.35 GPA, and they can be awarded up to $1,800 in an academic year. Our PTK scholarship is very generous, and it's for students who have, it's actually on a sliding scale. So it's for students with a 3.5 or above GPA. They must be a member of PTK, and they have to have proof of that from the community college that they were a member of the club. And so if they're 3.5 to 3.6, they're given between $4,000 and $6,000. If they're in that 3.75 and above, then they can get up to $8,000 per year. And that student must be must study with NLU full-time. We also have the Lewis Scholarship, which is a need-based scholarship that's going to be based off the student's FAFSA. And then for early childhood students, we have the Bullock Scholarship. And this is actually an alumna who recently passed and left some money for National Louis early childhood students. She wanted a scholarship created because early childhood was so near and dear to her heart. So rather than just give a few students free scholarship, we, you know, like a free tuition scholarship, we decided to lower tuition so that everyone can get her gift. So we lowered tuition from $430 to $350 a credit hour for students in early childhood education. So something we do have for Harper students that they may be interested in, or Oakton students if you're on the line there as well, what we have are, it's a pathway scholarship, and it is for transfer students who want to study at the Wheeling campus. And we do have daytime programs at the Wheeling campus, and they're listed right on the flyer where it says respected degrees that fit into your lifestyle. And what we're offering for 3 different programs, the psychology program, the computer science and information systems program, as well as the, the communications program, sorry. Those students will be getting a scholarship that reduces their tuition. And Pauline, I believe it's the 230 it's 230 a credit hour, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. And so that's a wonderful opportunity for Harper students to, continue on with their education in an affordable way. So if you are interested in that, please reach out to us so we can share that information with you. And then we also have a virtual open house coming up, and that is next week, July 15th. And we would love for you to join us. So if you are interested in National Louis, it's a really great way to virtually check out our campus and meet some of the faculty and really learn a little bit more about the programs that may be available to you. National Louis also offers graduate programs and PhD programs, and I have them listed in front of you. And they're broken down by the different colleges that we have in campus. As you can see, the National College of Education has quite a few master's programs there, but we are always happy to work with all our partners in the community. So please let us know how we can help. So if you have any questions, please reach out to Pauline or to me, and we'd be glad to assist you. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Pauline and Dawn, for giving us that very helpful information about what National Louis University is currently able to offer. We appreciate it. And now our last presenter is Karen Oswald from District 214 Adult Education. Karen, go right ahead.
Okay, first of all, I want to say thank you to Jenny and to the Indian Trails Public Library for inviting us and organizing this event so people can get information on adult education opportunities. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Oops. Okay, so District 214's Adult Education and Family Literacy Program is part of the community education program of District 214. So the programs that, we have for our high school students, we're offering other things for adults and a couple manufacturing career pathways that will be similar to those as well. Similar to what the other program said, in the spring, like everyone else, we had to go remote without a lot of warning, but we did manage to offer the last month or so of our classes online. We were using Zoom to do all those, and oh my gosh. So we are planning for the fall to open up with face-to-face classes, but then we will have the option of going online at any time if there's another shutdown that's required. So we'll be able to use Zoom for that. And we'll also use social distancing in our classes. So we'll have part of the enrollment will be on site at the classes at Forest View or the other locations, but then students will also have the option of taking that class remotely via Zoom. And obviously we're at the mercy of what locations will be open. So I'm going to go through our program opportunities for adults just one by one. The information with schedules is here, as well as the coordinator that you would contact if someone needs to talk directly to a person. Let me go back one slide here. Our registration is open right now and online at our website. This is a new thing for our students that we're registering online. Usually everything has been done face-to-face, but obviously nothing is the same as it was anymore. So students can go online right now, register at the adult education website. They'll fill in their information, and then they will sign up for a testing date. So they'll spend less time on our campus while they have to do the registration process, but they will take the placement test and then be ready to come back when the classes start. So the first program I was talking about is our Illinois High School Equivalency Program, also known as the GED. And those classes are offered mornings and evenings, Tuesday and Thursday in the morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the evenings. And those are at the Forest View Education Center. There's online supplement to that class, but again, it will be offered via Zoom as well as face-to-face. We have a Reading 101 program, and this is for students who are, they may be native English speakers, or they may be English as a second language learners who are more proficient with their spoken English, but maybe need some extra assistance with their reading comprehension. And these classes are offered at Forest View in the morning, and then also through the Schaumburg Township District Library in the mornings at both of those locations. And again, I'll quit repeating it, but everything will be offered online if we can't be face-to-face due to any of the locations not being open. We have a very large citizen preparation program. The requirement for that is that a student must be a legal permanent resident, so they must already possess a green card. But we have a very successful program where students can take these classes. They'll learn about the citizenship and naturalization process, all of their eligibilities and responsibilities, and be prepared by the end of the class to make their application for citizenship. And there's a lot of those classes offered. Pretty much we've got Monday and Wednesday evening. We have 3 separate Saturday classes at Forest View Educational Center. Those are 5-hour classes from 9 to 2. And the classes are offered primarily in English, but we do have instructors that speak other languages, so they can provide additional support to make sure the students know make sure they're understanding everything. So those instructors speak Spanish. Another class has a native Polish speaker, and then a class that is offered only in English. In addition, we have classes on Tuesday and Thursday in the morning and in the evening, and those classes are at Forest View Educational Center as well. And we have another class that's offered through the Schaumburg District Library, but is open to others too. You don't have to be a resident. And those are Monday and Friday evenings from 6 to 9 p.m. A new program that we are offering is a Health Careers Bridge class. And this is to get students ready to pursue health careers. They may be for students who are high school graduates, those who are in our adult basic education program, or who students who need some extra support before they enter a class at Harper or another university, that they need some extra support. So this will work on contextualized health curriculum. This is an online class, so it's a more self-paced, and then they'll learn all the vocabulary and work on reading and math skills to be prepared to enter a healthcare program. And in the spring, we have a new funding that will be offering a pharmacy technician certificate program that's in partnership with Northwest Suburban College. We have a manufacturing bridge class, and this was new in FY20, and we'll be continuing that this year, where students, again, can be adult basic education or adult secondary education students, or English as a second language learners who are at a high enough level of proficiency to go through these classes, or they can be native English speakers who are looking to get into a manufacturing career. So this class will be offered online, again, similar to the healthcare bridge. They'll be using specialized software, and then also things like Google Classroom, Khan Academy, and online resources. So they'll learn that vocabulary, all the math skills and things they need to be ready. Then we have the where did it go? Sorry. The manufacturing credential class, which was offered for the first time this past year. And those are evening classes. They will be offered at Wheeling High School, and will make use of the manufacturing lab there. By the end of the 16-week program, students will have a manufacturing class, and then they'll also have support classes. It's an ICAPS 2 model class, so they'll have support classes in English and math that will help them make sure they master the materials. And at the end, they'll be ready to take the NIMS entry-level credentials in quality control, its materials measurement and safety, as well as CNC entry-level NIMS credentials in lathe and mill. And then we'll have some hands-on components that will be offered through the manufacturing lab at Wheeling. And that class will be 3 evenings a week with online support. We have college and career ready classes, which, like the other ones, can be for adult basic education students or for those who learned English as a second language but are ready to go beyond that and get ready to transition into traditional college classes or get ready to move into their careers. So these classes are offered in morning and evening, Tuesdays and Thursdays, morning and evening, and they'll have online components as well as the face-to-face. We have our English as a second language is probably our biggest program as far as the number of students who are enrolled. And we have classes that are from pre-beginning to advanced levels of English as a second language. They're offered at Forest View Educational Center Mondays and Wednesdays, morning and evening, through the Arlington Heights Memorial Library, and those will be via Zoom for this fall. And then also at the Schaumburg Township Library on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the afternoon. And as I said before, all the classes will be ready to go online if the need is necessary. We have a family literacy program, which is, it's more than just childcare, but it allows those with children either 2 to 5 years during the morning or 3 to 10 years in the evening to be able to, the adults can attend their classes while also bringing their children. And the children participate in a family literacy program, and the parents also participate in 30 minutes of parent and child activities each day or each class period. And they also emphasize, the children get early childhood education skills, and there's parenting and parent involvement components for the adults in the classes. Space is limited for that, but the parents will sign up during the regular registration process. We have a Spanish high school equivalency or Spanish GED program, and those classes are on Tuesday and Thursday evenings. Classes are offered in Spanish, and the students will take a test where they have to pass at least the 9th grade level of reading and proficiency in Spanish in order to enter that class. Our Women's and Children's Center classes are an English as a second language class, but they're coupled with similar parent and child activities. The classes are only for women, so they deal with a lot of issues that the women immigrants would deal with, and at the same time helping them prepare their children for kindergarten, so they'll be ready to go. And that is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 9 to 12. And new this year, in addition to the English as a second language component to that, there will be an opportunity for those women to participate in a citizenship component or an English as a second language component, along with all the family literacy and library components of that program. We also have our Read to Learn adult literacy volunteer program, and this is a primarily one-on-one program where we have trained volunteer tutors who are matched with English as a second language or basic education students who need help with reading and writing skills. And those are located at 12 different locations throughout our service area, primarily at libraries, but also at some churches and other locations. Indian Trails Library is one of the partners for that. So normally it's an in-person site, but any of those like Indian Trails that can't be in person this fall will be doing virtual tutoring for this fall. So students don't have to miss out just because they can't be on site at their traditional locations. And the registration information for this, it's not available yet, but that will be available on our website soon. And last but not least, this is not a class, but another important component of our program is we have a prevention initiative Beginning Together program. And this is for families with children, prenatal to 3 years old. And the children can participate in, with their families. We have a home visiting program, monthly play groups, group encounters, parenting support, and other workshops. So there are some criteria for the families to be at risk or children with developmental delays. but it's a free program to offer them extra support. And during this pandemic crisis, this program is being offered virtually. So they're still doing home visiting and group activities, but everything's being offered remotely. And the website is there for more information about the eligibility criteria and how to register for that program. So any of this information is available on our website, which has been posted throughout and at the beginning of the slide. So we encourage anybody to go to the website to register or get more information, or call any of the program coordinators about specific programs that were listed throughout the presentation. So thank you very much, and happy to answer any other questions that anyone might have.
Thank you, Karen, for sharing the wide variety of programs that are offered through District 214's Adult Education Program. We appreciate that. And thank you again to Pauline and Dawn for representing National Louis University, and Emizul for representing Harper College. At this time, please do send in any questions that you may have via the Q&A function at the bottom of the Zoom screen. We'll be keeping an eye out for questions. I have not seen any come in yet. And as I had mentioned at the beginning of the program, this session has been recorded and it will be up in our YouTube site starting tomorrow. So if you would like to refer friends or family to this video, if you think it'd be of use, then please feel free to share that widely with others. I will also be sending a follow-up email after tonight's program with a brief program survey for you to give us feedback on anything that you may have encountered during our program tonight. And I will also be attaching the presentation materials that each of the presenters provided me with. So let's see, do not see any questions coming in. Please feel free to type those in if you have any. And also, you know, all the presenters had their contact information in their materials. So when that gets sent out, if you would prefer to reach out to them directly, you're also more than welcome to do so. So I will give it about 2 or 3 minutes to see if any questions filter through. And then if not, we will close out the program for this evening, but we'll just give it a few more moments. All right, since I have not seen any questions come through the Q&A, I will say that we're officially finished with this evening's program. Thank you again to our presenters from Harper College, National Louis University, and District 214's Adult Education Program. Please do feel free to reach out to the presenters directly. Have a good evening and stay safe. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.